Imagine a wall for which 500,000 people had to give their lives. It took nearly 2,000 years to build this wall, and its cost drove many empires to bankruptcy, stretching across rivers, ponds, deserts, and mountains all the way to the sea. This wall is not only the world's largest man-made structure, it is one of the seven wonders and a wonderful marvel of architecture. And this is the Great Wall of China, extending up to 21,196 kilometers. This wall is as popular as its history is full of mysteries. But the question is, why was this Great Wall of China built? What is its connection with the dragon? Why is it called the largest cemetery in the world? Despite so many years of hard work, why is it viewed as a failure? In today's video, we are going to reveal all these secrets surrounding the Great Wall of China. Secrets that still make people wonder. So, to watch the video completely, select the All option of the icon. The Great Wall of China is the longest wall in the world. However, it is not a single straight wall but is made by joining many sections together. Even today, many parts of this wall run parallel to each other and extend in different directions. Combining all the pieces, the total length of this wall is about 21,196 kilometers. You can easily understand how long it is. If you imagine traveling from India's Kashmir to Kanyakumari 3 times and from Dhaka to Cox's Bazar 26 times, it would equal the length of this wall. However, a large portion of this wall has been ruined nowadays. In 1985, Yaro Weidong and his 2 friends were able to complete the journey from one end of this wall to the other for the first time. They had to endure immense hardships during this journey, and it took them 510 days, which means 17 months. After these 3, no other human has been able to cross the entirety of this wall to this day. This wall was built in the northern part of China and stretches from the snow-covered desert all the way to the Yellow River. Along its path, there are high mountains, steep rocky terrains, dry deserts, snow-clad regions, rivers, ponds, and the sea. The wall moves forward through various natural landscapes in such a way that from a distance, it looks like it is swaying. Probably for this reason, the people of China call it the Stone Dragon, which protects them from foreign invasions. Many people in China believe that thousands of years ago, a dragon flew in and marked the path for this wall, and later, the workers built this wall by following the dragon's tracks. Actually, according to Chinese belief, the dragon is a symbol of power, aura, and divine strength that protects them. Just as water is a symbol of life-giving wisdom and welfare, they similarly consider the dragon to be the bearer of certain virtues. The Great Wall of China is viewed in connection with this belief. This wall does not just protect them from enemies. Rather, it is also a symbol of good governance. Many myths are popular regarding the connection between the dragon and the Great Wall of China. However, if we look beyond the myths from a historical perspective to see how this Great Wall was constructed, then we have to go back 2,000 years into Chinese history to witness this scene. It was a time when people in China's Shandong province had started farming. Using the water of the Yellow River, they irrigated their lands. At that time, there were some empires around China like Mongolia, Manchuria, and Xinjiang. Among them, Mongolia in particular lacked fertile land. Thousands of kilometers of desert stretched across Mongolia. Consequently, the people of that region relied on livestock rearing. On the other hand, the people of China's Xinjiang province were well organized, and the various tribes scattered across Mongolia would frequently raid China to plunder and snatch away wealth. To escape from this problem, some people of China then elected a king for themselves, defined the border, and decided to build a high wall surrounding that border. At that time, Emperor Qin Shi Huang started the construction of this Great Wall in 223 BC. However, it was not possible for a single empire to build such a long wall. Therefore, many subsequent empires took part in building this wall, and it took about 2,000 years to build the entire structure. During this long period, the kings of China employed the most skilled architects and engineers of their times for this work. More than 2 million laborers participated in building this wall. Ordinary people were recruited in massive numbers. Even prisoners were sent to work on this wall as a punishment. They remained engaged in the construction of this wall for 4 years. Today, if you look at this wall, you will see that some parts of it are dry deserts. Again, some parts are high and rocky mountains where climbing is nearly impossible. Dense forests are spread around these mountains. In such a harsh environment, the laborious had to endure extreme hardships during the construction of the Great Wall. It is said that the wall construction work went on at such a pace continuously for 2,000 years that the laborious could not return to their homes for years. They had to work 16 to 18 hours every day. Yet, they did not even get enough food to fill their stomachs. The cruel rulers of China inflicted inhuman torture upon them. In the freezing cold, the laborious had to sleep around the wall. As a result, many died of cold and diseases. Some died of starvation. Again, some lost their lives by falling into cliffs while building the wall. The work moved so fast that there was no time given to carry the deceased back to the villages or cities. Instead, pits were dug right beside the wall to bury them. According to an estimate, the work on the main part of building China's Great Wall had started in 1800 BC. Around 500,000 laborious lost their lives during the construction of this wall. Their bodies are still buried under or around this wall. For this reason, the Great Wall of China is called the largest cemetery in the world, and many people in China consider it a cursed wall. Another reason for calling it cursed was that many Chinese emperors and their empires went bankrupt while trying to build this wall. Anyway, the question then arises as to how it was possible to build such a strong wall thousands of years ago when cement was not even invented. Actually, bricks were used to build the Great Wall of China. Those bricks were made of clay and hardened by burning in kilns for hours. However, the size of these bricks was about 4 times larger than today's bricks. Before building the wall, granite stones were placed at its base or foundation, and on the other side, special Chinese soil was filled, so that foreign enemies could not easily climb up the wall. To signal the arrival of enemies, he would fly flags or ring bells, and at night, he gave signals by lighting fires. Beneath these towers, there were small rooms where 25 soldiers could stay, eat, and rest. There were about 25,000 such watchtowers across the entire wall, which could accommodate around 600,000 soldiers. Apart from this, many secret tunnels were built under the Great Wall. Through these, soldiers could move from one place to another, and only they knew the paths of these tunnels. Although the Chinese government has discovered many tunnels, there are still thousands of tunnels today whose entry and exit routes are unknown to anyone. Many secrets remain hidden within these tunnels to this day. So think about it. Despite having such a massive and strong wall, why do many consider it a failed project? And the reason is that even with this wall in place, Mongol and other foreign invaders successfully managed to attack China. In the 13th century, Genghis Khan, the most terrifying ruler in the world, entered China by crossing this wall. After that, in 1550, the Mongols launched an attack on this wall. In 1644, the soldiers of the Manchu Empire crossed this wall to conquer China and overthrew the government there. This led to the fall of the Ming dynasty and marked the beginning of the Qing dynasty's rule, which lasted until the 20th century. During this time, Mongolia was also included as part of China. That means, looking at it from one perspective, this wall had no practical utility at all back then. However, during World War II, the Chinese army utilized this wall to train soldiers and tried to stop the Japanese forces. Nevertheless, taking everything into account, the significance of this wall in the history of China is immense. Even today, more than 10 million tourists visit China every year to see this wall, standing as a witness to the fall of thousands of kingdoms and built upon the sacrifice of millions of lives. This wall is not just a structure of bricks and stones. It is a living history. Let us know in the comment box how you like the video. If you like the video, you can leave a like. So, see you in the next new episode.